Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we jump right into this new season with an AFC South matchup between the Indianapolis Colts and the Houston Texans. And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive. And some space here. And they've got it well across midfield, down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And some room to maneuver. And he's taken down inside the 30. 47 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
First and 10, it's Pierce. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A nice effort and an even nicer stop from Kwity Paye.
That's a nice job there, foiling what all offenses try to do, which is control the defensive end in the running game. They want to get to the outside, and if he keeps himself free, stays on his feet, he can make a play just as he did there.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Play action. Here's Holijokin. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that's a heck of a moment for your first sack of the game, because if this long drive ends without a touchdown because of that sack, we're going to look back and say that might be one of the biggest plays of this contest.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Eason and the Colts now with a 1st and 10 at their own 16. A carry by Taylor to start the drive. Tackle by Jonathan Grenard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Eason sets to throw it. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
So many qualities coaches took off when they talk about, hey, what are these going to take to make an excellent quarterback? Accuracy has to run near the top of the list.
Talk about arm strength, that's great. Mobility, great, but you need that accuracy in there. That one well in front of his man.
Yeah, now they got to face a big 3rd down.
Here's Eason to throw. Looking for Campbell downfield. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Derek Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take over here up near the 40. We saw plenty of that during his much heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a 1st-round selection, and now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the 6th sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
They'll start on the ground with Pierce. And some good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him the 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Shaquille Leonard, the all-pro, in on the tackle.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Coleman. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Dancing to his, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with Taylor to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground. But I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They run once more with Taylor. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Eason. He'll get this one to Pittman. So the completion good for just 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. He's ready to bring in Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working out of the gun. Here's Oladokun. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And a great return here gets this one all the way down to the 26-yard line.
Well, it certainly felt like he was going to challenge this defense no matter what, and he stepped up and tried to throw it to the outermost edge of the zone coverage, and they were more than ready for him. The problem now is if they are limited in what they're doing throwing the football, they got to figure out how to move it without being able to throw it to the outside and throw it downfield.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Called fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. They're exactly right.
Throwing is Eason. A throw for Pittman is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Murray. There he goes left side. 30, 10, 5, and they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TV. Kaimi Fairbairn on for the extra point. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be fielded inside the 5. Oh, good return up past the 30. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And he will score. Touchdown, Colts. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him, kick it to him. The way he runs, as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And Charles, nothing like squaring off with a division opponent, a division rival in week 1. Do you like that they are matching up this early, or would you prefer a game like might this be a few weeks down the road?
I actually like the early matchup for a few reasons, Brandon. First of all, it allows you to see that the entire offseason and know, hey, right out of the gate, we're playing a division game. Second part is it spreads them out a little bit. If you just have them all bunched up at the end of the year, that's not as much fun watching teams try to survive that gauntlet when you do have injuries down the stretch. And last but not least, let's face it, we're TV people. What a great game to sell right out of the gate.
These two teams all tied after one. On second down, here's Pierce. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 76 yards rushing for him in his first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that, but I think that they were right about this one.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Oladokin on 1st and 10. And he rifles one incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Pierce takes it straight ahead, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Now Oladokin, 3rd and long. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And they'll get him to the ground, and there's another 1st down at the Colts' 20-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. 20 yards. Nice completion there for the 1st down. And Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game, has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
This has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. And Oladokin going to throw it here. Caught left side. It's Beckham. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. A nice throw right there. And these fans getting their first look at their QB1 of the future. And I'd imagine it's got to be a big plus for him to get his first start here in front of that home crowd.
I know there's a school of thought about getting your first start away from home so you don't have the extra pressure of that crowd behind you. But I say ride the wave. Embrace it. Go ahead and play to that level, and I think it's going to benefit him in the long run.
3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Another completion there. A big moment in a young quarterback's life when first NFL started. Charles, obviously they want him to win games, but if they're looking at him under a microscope in this first month or so, what do you think they're hoping to see from him?
Well, for every question they'll have for him, they should have for themselves as a coaching staff, because it's not just how quickly can he learn the offense, it's what they can teach him, right? How can he build a relationship with his receivers? And, of course, how open is he to learning? And, of course, how open are they to giving him things that he can put in place on the field?
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. 1st and 10, Taylor now. He juked him, and some room to run now. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards, end zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Now this throw caught left side. He's got room at the 30. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they put field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Off the play fake, Oladokin. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Sacked by Yannick Ngakoue, the former Maryland Terp. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different.
Under pressure, they got him again. DeForest Buckner with a sack, the former number 7 overall pick. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Get out of here with a
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Colts pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Quick throw out wide, and Pierce has got it.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many footballs you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning it to a runner, breaking tackles and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Eason going to throw it out of the shotgun. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. That pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least it'll be 4th down. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Eason going to try and throw for it. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got it inside the 10. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they could do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off two huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this time he is in. Yes. Jonathan Taylor. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So not much time to work with here. 9 seconds remain in the half as this one is away. Fielded right around the 8. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. They run on first down as they're able to get this forward for about 4. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This will be fielded inside the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey. Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Now Eason. Catch made here by Campbell. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And there's a first down catch from Paris Campbell. What a welcome sign for Colts fans who've been waiting for this guy's eventual breakout. Came into the league as a second rounder in 2019 with almost 4.2 speed. Injuries, they've limited him to 15 games in 3 seasons, but the Colts still believe there's a star burner in there if he can stay out there for 17 games.
1st and 10. Eason. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Jonathan Greenard running in to pick up the sack. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Running straight ahead, Taylor. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Jerry Hughes on the stop. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 24. 94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Coverage is awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Jonathan Taylor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Colts are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. It's Oladokin on first down. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Rodgers. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run the toss here with Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Derek Stingley, he got there in a hurry, and he earns the TFL.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
On 2nd and 15 now. Eason. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Jalen Petrie picks it off.
That's a beautiful read there by the safety. Zone coverage, so he's just going to sit back and watch. He knows he can't get beat deep because he has the end line to protect it. So he can react to everything in front of him, and he makes a great break on the football. It comes down with the interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football. Right now, I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
1st and 10. Here's Oladokin. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Pierce now up the middle. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Oladokin to throw. Open man is Cooks. He's got it. Touchdown, Texans. From 21 yards away. And the Texans have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game, I'm going to be very careful about it. Maybe the only throw you make is maybe a toss to your halfback or something like that. Otherwise, take care of the thing and finish this bad boy off.
Eason's throw into the hands of Pittman here. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
On first down, Jacob Eason looking for Campbell downfield. Touchdown, Colts. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And the Colts pick it up. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So problems compounding themselves here on the return. They just give up the touchdown, and now they lose the football.
Yeah, partner, things are starting to unravel a little bit for them right in front of our eyes. They're going to be looking for some answers, and quickly.
They'll throw on first down with Eason. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Texans are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. And I saw the pressure coming out, and that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Let's go now.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Oladokin looking to pass it. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the 4th quarter.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Here's Eason to throw. They'll drop this down to Taylor, and they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They turn to Taylor on 4th, and he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. Eason. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jacob Eason, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Colts are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
On the set.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw, Oladokin. That's caught left side by the tight end, Jordan. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Oladokin. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Well, I kind of got to give him credit. Another incompletion there, yes, but he's still trying to make plays outside the pocket.
Yeah, he's been hemmed in for much of the game. How about him getting outside there? And that's what you want to see from your quarterback. He's not giving up on this game, so every other player in the field has to say to himself, I can't give up either.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Rodgers on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Well, we've reached the stage where it's a mere formality at this point. They've got the comfortable lead. We know what the outcome is going to be. I guess the only question is, do they want to put more points on the board before the final gun?
Well, I certainly hope not. And I'm being selfish here because you and I have flights to catch. Let's go ahead and finish this one off, guys. You've taken care of business. Let's close it out. And you and I, let's get to the airport.
2nd down, another run with Taylor. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And this won't be enough. Stopped a yard short after a gain of 3. 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. .35 yards that time on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but The self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You'd have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Oladokun. And that is incomplete. Another pass attempt, another incompletion, and they're just a little over 100 yards passing here in this game, so defensively, pretty good job.
Definitely, because they were never really able to get the ball in the hands of their playmakers, so a lot of credit to the defensive game plan and especially the execution.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Oladokun. Got a man that's caught at the 6-yard line. And did he get in? No! They mark him out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up the 1st and goal.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Dameon Pierce, his first NFL reception, goes for 6. And the Texans are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And this has been quite a performance to kick off the new year on the road, no less, as they try to finish things off here in the 4th quarter. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They go to the ground again with Taylor. And oh, this Texans defense, they're all charged up now. They stop him behind the line for the 2nd straight play. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. It happened in the NFL. The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November. So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
As Sanchez on to punt here as he sends this one away. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Throwing on first down with Oladokun. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. This is caught. It's Cooks. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new